I forget exactly what country he's from, but every Olympics that he's been in, he's come out, he's wearing like these like feather pants, like fur or
Yeah.
whatever, and he's completely shirtless, oiled up,
Yeah.
just like all the
He's,
swinging the
like,
flag.
oiled. Like, what the?
It looks so. I'm like, he came after like some like like they're wearing like suits or something like waving, and then this guy comes out completely oiled
Yeah.
up, swinging the flag. Like, what the heck, man?
Hello, welcome to the Refuge podcast. We're back again with the boys.
The boys.
Yeah.
Uh,
Episode
yeah.
28.
Episode 28.
Yeah,
Uh,
just
kinda
like trying to do like a. We don't really have a topic or anything. So
yeah, it's just kind
talk
of
about random
as
shit.
free flow, which Jacob seems to be unable to
Yes,
say. For
free flow.
Free flow.
But I have a lot of things I want to talk about. I mean,
Nice.
like when it comes to like the Olympics. I mean, for us, what day is it? The
It's
25th
25th right
Yes.
now. Yeah.
The Olympics just started a few days ago, and there's been a lot of stuff going on with that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Good old
we can talk.
2020 Olympics and 2020.
Yeah, we could talk a lot about that. Actually, okay, I can bring up the first topic. Speaking of the 2020 Olympics, did any of you guys watch any Twitch streamers play the 2020 Olympics Tokyo game? There's like
No, I
there's like a
didn't.
game on Steam that was free for the weekend. I think it's like the
Sounds
last day
awful.
it's free because it's
I
Sunday
remember
right now.
you were watching us play it.
Yeah.
Oh, is
A
that
lot of
what he
big
was
streamers were
playing?
playing it, and it's so scuffed. It's like Mario and Sonic Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
but like on Steam, and like it's not Mario and Sonic, and they have like
Yeah.
cartoony faces.
Isn't
and
Sonic
stuff.
in it though?
Yeah, there's a Sonic costume that you can use,
That's awful.
but it looks so dumb. And there's all like a lot of cool game modes like basketball and like baseball and stuff. It was just so dumb seeing that. Like I saw that right before the Olympics started.
Yeah.
It was like the day before that they started playing it. That stupid game has been out for a while. Has like mixed reviews on Steam.
Yeah, I would
it was
imagine
free for the
it would have
weekend, though.
mixed.
I downloaded it, but I never actually played it. But I just thought it was like funny because they made like a meme.
Did any of you watch like the opening ceremony?
I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah, I watched mostly the last bit because I didn't know it was going on. I actually didn't even know when the Olympics started.
Yeah,
Nice.
same.
One of my friends was saying like, "Oh, the Olympics started." I was like, "Oh, shoot."
I
Oh,
only
crap, I should
started it
watch
because you
that.
started watching it.
Yeah, because we were in a Discord at the time, and so Hulu has like all of the stuff that you can watch. They have like categories and stuff that's kind of nice. So I just kind of like found the opening ceremony thing.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that like the scheduling for the Olympics is like complete flip side because Japanese time of day
Yeah.
is like basically flip flopped with us.
Yeah. They're 13 hours. Tokyo's 13 hours ahead.
So like it's kind of good to be a degenerate right now and stay up late. Because like I don't usually stay up late, but I stayed up late, playing games like Nick and stuff. We've been really into Civ recently, Civ 6. And but also we've been watching the Olympics at the same time. Because like I have a double monitor. So
Yeah, same.
been watching a lot of basically just tennis. It's pretty cool. Because I
I
don't
also watched a little fencing.
Yeah, I watched a bit. I watched the first like few
Mhm.
people play fencing, which was pretty cool.
Mm.
Doing a
I've
little
just
poke
watched whatever
thingy.
the heck I can find on my TV.
Yeah.
Because I don't have Hulu.
Yeah, I
don't-
noticed you were
Uh,
watching.
Pull it up.
I noticed you were watching the Olympics on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I was pulling up random clips on.
Yeah, before we started this, he started playing like an air rifle thing on like YouTube.
I was bored. I was watching like all the world records.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, there's like there was one well-known like bar gymnast,
Mhm.
Japanese guy. Did you guys hear
Yeah.
about it?
No, I haven't
How
heard about that guy.
He
I've
was
heard
like
about a
they
different
literally
girl.
call him like the GOAT. Like they actually
No, in the opening ceremony. It kept like showing commercials where it was showing all the athletes. It's like you gotta be strong, you gotta go for it, and then it kept showing like one gymnast girl. I forget exactly who. I think she was American or
Gymnast?
whatever. But it was like here's her apprentice, and here she is, and then it'd be like an arrow with like the words "the goat" pointing to her. And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why do they keep calling like
Oh
everybody
yeah, no.
the goat?
I think that her, yeah, she's known as the GOAT.
Yeah,
And she's like known as like the best gymnast, what you call it? Yeah, in the US, she's like one of the best known
Yeah.
gymnasts. But not that girl. There was the Japanese this Japanese guy. I think like
Japanese
while they were
guy,
talking
yeah.
about it or something,
Mhm.
like this guy was doing the bars and he was also known as like being really good
yeah,
gymnast for like Japan.
yeah.
And he was doing the bars and he messed up on one of his like going down, and so he like twisted his handle and just fell on the ground, and like he basically, and that was the first like preliminary
He just like died.
thing, and he was like predicted to be like one of the best people, like to
Yeah.
get to like finals and stuff, but he failed in the first round
Dude,
because he
feels
fell.
so bad.
And so he had to awkwardly get back up and then like finish his performance. But like when you fall, it's basically over because like
Yeah.
all of the good people like they don't fall.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Speaking of gymnasts, though, did you hear that there's get exactly where it's some European, but like it's the she became the world's like oldest female gymnast that has competed in the most Olympics. Like
Oh.
she's competed in every Olympics like 88 or something like that.
holy crap.
and she's
okay.
46 right.
And she's still doing
Yeah,
gymnast
she's
stuff.
still doing gymnastics.
Dude, I
Okay.
can't imagine that.
That's
like
pretty impressive.
yeah,
So,
being pretty
I mean,
old.
back to the opening ceremony stuff. Like the actual opening ceremony part where they were doing all the performance stuff was actually pretty underwhelming. Like it was cool to watch and whatnot, but without like the crowd, like in the
Yeah, it's so weird.
without like, you know, I don't know. And also like even like if there had been a crowd, I feel like the performance was kind of like lacking. Like it felt like there was like it was missing a lot. It didn't feel very interesting.
yeah,
It was cool to
felt
okay. It was cool to watch and like
I mean,
you
I didn't
know,
really see much of it.
you know,
I
it
only
was
saw, like, the
interesting,
one,
but it definitely was not as like extravagant or as memorable as past.
I mean, I don't really pay attention to the big ceremony
The,
often.
the Parade of Champions was definitely a lot more memorable.
It has to do. I think it has to do a lot with like the crowd too.
Yeah,
'Cause,
I
like,
think it's
like you
also
said,
the
there's
crowd,
no
yeah.
crowd.
There was no
and,
crowd. Like the only people in the stand were like the staff and
And I
champions.
wonder how like all the Olympics is like going on in Japan because they don't. I don't think they have a big corona problem, but at the same time, they don't have like a lot of people vaccinated. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, it's only
Relative-
like 43% or something.
Yeah.
that's vaccinated.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like less than the U.S. or something like that. Cause like since we got hit hard by it, like we were pushed to do it more.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And so like Japan
'Cause they
wasn't
just wore
affected
masks,
as
so it
much.
never became as big a problem.
Exactly. So they just didn't take it as much. But like now that everybody's kind of flown in for the Olympics, like I wonder if that's gonna be a problem. Stuff like that.
Possible.
I guess that's why like that's why they're doing like no people in the crowd and stuff because they don't want to spread it because
Yeah,
I
don't know.
which is kind of sad because like yeah I've like while watching stuff like tennis and just like any match like you'll see that like the stands are just
Stands are just
completely
empty, yeah.
except for like maybe
you
family
gotta
members.
feel bad for like the
think
athletes
in-
because they're performing for like basically no one at that
It's
point.
so
It
awkward.
just feels
Yeah.
weird.
It just feels like a practice match rather than an
Yeah.
actual game.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can hear every noise. When I watch the tennis players, you can hear the like you can I guess you can normally hear the grunts, but like it's just more awkward too. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's
For the
like-
first
No,
time
I
I
was-
was tennis. I didn't even realize that was an actual game. I thought it was just like a practice, like
Yeah.
warm up round or something.
No, there was.
Yeah.
I was watching before they came over. I was watching some U.S. woman, whatever, was the first American to get gold in Taekwondo.
oh
the first like female.
Yeah.
But like I was watching that, and normally if you like watch Taekwondo, the crowd's like cheering
yeah.
them whatnot. But like I was watching this, and like all you can hear is like the two girls going like ah. Yeah!
Yeah.
Like yelling at each other. It's like
Yeah.
all you can hear.
It's just grunting and then like there's no clapping, no
There's no
anything at
clapping.
the end. Like
I felt so bad because like like she wins and like you can hear her cheering and like her coach like cheering her on too and she's like so like crying and stuff but there's no like clapping, there's nothing. It's just
crowd.
her going like woo.
just some grunts, like
That's literally all it is.
one person going woo, and then just like silence again.
You gotta feel so bad for
And
her.
then the announcer's just like talking very quietly. A lot of
No,
announcers
I
I heard it
watched
sound like
the,
ASMR because like there wasn't any
There was
other sound.
there was some funny things that actually went on in like Parade of Champions. So like normally they walk in so there's no crowd like but they're waving anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so Argentina comes in, right? And so all the countries are done alphabetically, but according to Japan's alphabet.
Oh, really?
And so it started off with Iceland and Ireland, and then there was like, you had like some other country. It was in like the R's or whatever that was next.
Oh,
Because it was pronounced, whatever it was stuff like that, right? But Argentina was one of the first ones, and I don't know, they have like 100 and something athletes, but most the countries come out, they're waving, like going like this.
Yeah.
Whatever. Argentina comes out, and those guys are partying, they're
Oh, yeah.
jumping up and down, they're like screaming their heads off.
yeah.
It was so
I didn't see all of it.
they're partying, man.
But I did see some of the people, and I was telling Nick while I was watching it that there was some random guy that I saw. He was like shirtless, and he was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he was like lubed up or
Yeah, no,
sweating or
there was
something.
he did it. No, he did it in the Rio Olympics too. There was like I forget exactly what country he's from, but every Olympics that he's been in, he's come out. He's wearing like these like feather pants, like fur or whatever, and he's completely shirtless, oiled up, just like all the
He's,
swinging
like,
the flag.
oiled. Like what?
It looks so. I like it. He came after like. Some like like they're wearing like suits or something like waving, and then this guy comes out completely oiled
Yeah.
up, swinging the flag. Like what the heck, man? There was another guy
I
from
didn't even get to see the guy.
Tajikistan. There was, I think it was Tajikistan, whatever it was. This guy comes out, he's holding the flag in one hand without any issue. He was like 8 feet tall. It was the funniest thing.
Fuck
Like he was
guy.
literally like,
Flex.
he was doing judo too. It was like this massive, like 8-foot tall dude.
Yikes.
He get punched.
He was 8
once.
foot tall.
Yeah.
Oh.
He
I thought
looked
you
like
were
he was
saying
like
the
8.
flag.
He was like the same height as the flag.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I mean, yeah, a lot of Olympic players are on a whole nother level, you know?
Yeah.
They're a whole nother breed, basically. Kind of like basketball players at like the NBA. Like they're all like tall, like the average height's like 6'7" or something.
Yeah, it's so crazy. I
I
mean, I guess like another like cool thing for the Parade of Champions, like, so Japan is last because they're the host country, and one of the flag bearers is actually a black guy. Good for him. Like that's
yeah.
pretty cool to see. You know, like in such a homogenous country, like
Yeah, weren't
That's a
you
pretty good
weren't you
accomplishment.
or someone else saying that like he couldn't even like speak English very well or something?
I don't know, but that wasn't
Like-
me. I don't know.
Oh, I think someone
It
was
might have been
saying that.
Caleb. I don't know.
And like
Whatever. No, but that's like you gotta give him. That's a good
yeah, the
achievement.
fact that
you
it's
know?
more like mixed and like
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I think that's a fine thing.
Good for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good.
And oh yeah, speaking of that, I saw another Japanese tennis player, one of the women. She's actually ranked number 2 in the world.
Was it
And
the
I
one
think
that
she's like
lit the
I
torch?
think she's mixed because she like has a little darker skin, but she had this whole thing where
Mhm.
she had this whole like mental illness thing where she was talking about like mental illness
Yeah.
is like serious and stuff, and like athletes deal with it, like everybody deals with it and it's
Yeah.
fine and stuff like that. And so she had this whole big like publicity thing like that
Mhm.
like half a year ago, but like
Yeah.
she wasn't trying to be public about it. She was just because she was like actually depressed or something.
Yeah.
And so she took like a long break and said it was because of like depression. She was like
Mhm.
open about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was like a big thing in like sports in general, just because a lot of people don't talk about like mental illness in
Yeah.
sports. So, but she's back and she was
Yeah.
playing last night or in the middle of the day for Japan, but for me it was like 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was playing, and it was pretty cool watching her because like I don't watch a lot of tennis, but
Mhm.
I play a lot of tennis, and like dude, they freaking hit the thing like a bullet.
Yeah.
Dude, no,
I'm
you
like,
think
how?
tennis is
Even
bad?
the girls like are so freaking strong, or
You
like
look
the way that they hit
like,
it.
you look at like ping pong, like two like I
Oh,
was
I haven't watched
watching.
that yet.
I remember like watching like past like ping matches because like I was looking at random Olympic stuff from like past years.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these two like it was like a Chinese guy and a Korean guy. They're hitting the ball so fast,
Yeah.
it looks like you're gonna kill somebody. It's like it's
Yeah.
crazy that how like hard they're hitting. Like they're like they have to like stand like 20 feet back like
Yeah,
off
yeah.
the table because of how
Yeah,
hard
no,
they're
I
hitting
love
it.
how
Yeah.
big the arena is, and
It's like this. It's like a table like slightly bigger than this, and they're like the arena's like the size of my
Like
room.
20
Bigger,
feet
it's
back
huge.
behind a table.
It's bigger than this because they have to stand so far back.
yeah,
It's
because they whack
crazy.
it so hard. It's it's funny because like they'll get in the rhythm where like one guy is like right by the table smacking it super hard,
Yeah,
and
and
the
the
other
other guy's,
guy's
like,
like
all the
20
way
feet
back,
away, just
yeah.
trying to hit it back.
Yeah.
And so he just like angles it so he can hit back, but the other guy's right at the table, and he's like when he gets it, he's like boom, and he keeps
No,
smacking it
the,
like
the,
super
ma- the
hard.
craziest matches are when they start hitting it back and forth. Ow! When they start hitting it back and forth like really like it's not one guy just like hitting it back and the other smacking it. It's like bam, 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 bam. Like
Oh, yeah,
what
that's
the
crazy.
hell? Jeez. Meanwhile,
Talking
you got,
about this, talking about this makes me want to watch that ping pong anime now.
I'm not.
I've heard
gonna-
it's good.
No, but like it's funny because you see these guys doing this, and then you look at like people that play casually, and they're just like tap, tap, tap.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like if like one like
And
us
eat crap.
playing ping pong, we're just like
dude.
hitting it like casually.
My grandpa's pretty good.
And
he
then
can
just pow,
he can
pow,
curve the
pow.
ball. He can
Oh,
do the
boy.
like a tennis move, like he like cuts it and then like it like spins.
Nice.
Like what the
Nice.
heck? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Oh yeah, another random thing that I learned about the Olympics is that did you guys know that the last Olympics where was the last
Rio.
Olympics? Rio? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the last Olympics Russia was caught like
Oh yeah,
having
they were
a-
doing doping.
They were doing like a government
Yeah.
a
It
government
was like a
funded
state-run drugs.
yeah, state-run doping
Yeah.
campaign.
and so
And
yeah.
and
So
so
they can't use their flag.
yeah. So Russia's technically like not allowed to like the government of Russia is like not allowed to participate in the Olympics. So Russian players joined a committee called like
the
the Ru-
Russian Olympic.
yeah,
Committee.
yeah, the
Mhm.
ROC. And I was really confused because I saw they were talking about Russian people and I saw like ROC and I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, whenever I saw that, I was like, "What country is that?" I
Yeah,
don't
no, it's
recognize it.
because of the like the state program or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Russia like is not allowed to compete as a country. Instead, they took all the all the athletes that were proven to not be a part of it and
Yeah.
put them into the Russian Olympics. So they don't use the Russian flag. They use the colors, but they don't use the Russian flag. They aren't technically Russia.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Like you said, the people who doped were not allowed.
Yeah,
to,
the
like,
people
go
that were
back.
actually caught doing.
So I think there are
were
a
not
few
allowed.
like big name like Russian players
It's
that
crazy
aren't on
that
there
they still
because,
have
they were
like
caught doping.
335 athletes.
Yeah,
which
hey,
is
there's
still
a
a
lot of
lot,
like every
yeah.
country.
Yeah.
They still need to put people out there. They're probably just not like maybe like the top, you know? Because
Yeah.
like I feel like a lot of the top ones like probably like were forced to not forced, but like you know.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty good Russian athletes.
to-
though.
Oh yeah, no, they're still
I've,
really
I've-
good.
Yeah, I've watched some of the like the matches that have had them in there. They're crazy.
Everybody at the Olympics should be solid.
I feel like no, especially feel like I don't know. I haven't watched the Winter Olympics as much as the. I feel like like Russia would be really good in the Winter Olympics. How cold it
Probably.
is.
Yeah.
I imagine they have a lot of snowboarding.
Oh
all
yeah,
kinds
that'd
of
be
stuff,
cool.
so-
That'd be cool to watch. This is like the first Olympics I'm actually paying attention to because like I've never really been into sports that much or just like anything like that, like sports viewing.
Yeah.
This
I'm
is
still not really
basic.
watching the Olympics.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, this is basically sports viewing. So like yeah, I-
Outside of the Olympics, I don't really watch sports. Olympics is the only time when I actually like.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't watch.
I
the
only like really watch sports when I'm like going
Mhm.
to an event in person.
yeah, that's a fun thing of its own to do too. Oh yeah, but bringing up something anime related, and
Oh
Olympics
my
related. They
gosh,
played.
Can't believe.
I know, right? Talking about anime. They brought up an opening, like they played a few openings and
Yeah,
like
different
anime music.
soundtracks and stuff.
When doing stuff. Yeah, and
I
OSTs.
played a lot of anime OSTs and
Yeah.
games.
So we were just talking about it because we saw on social media like they had a Demon Slayer OST playing while a gymnast was performing.
They had a Haikyuu OST while volleyball game was going.
Yeah, and then they had like a slam dunk one for like basketball when like Japanese teams are playing and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like
Apparently, like
performing.
one of the players on the Japanese volleyball team was a big fan of Haikyuu, and
Yeah.
the author for Haikyuu actually drew that person as like a Haikyuu character along with his favorite character from the show.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
I do know, like another anime related to the thing is right. So the channel that's airing, or one of the channels that's airing the Olympics in Japan is NHKE Entertainment, and that channel is also supposed to be airing Love Live Superstar. But because of the Olympics, they postponed Love Live Superstar. And so you
Oh.
gotta wait like 3 weeks for the next episodes. We have 2 episodes, but we won't have number 3 for like 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks. Dang, that's a long
and
time.
it's like that wouldn't have happened if Love Live had stuck with they because this is the first time they're airing it on NHK.
Oh, yeah. Because I know a lot of
Mhm.
manga and anime were delayed for like this week because of the
Because
Olympics.
of the
Yeah, like One Piece.
Yeah, like there was a One Piece chapter. I was like, oh, is it coming out? Because he didn't say there was a break, but
yeah.
they like all take a break for the Olympics.
Yeah, it's
so-
all Shonen Jump and
Yeah, but it's fine. No. Yeah. Speaking of Shonen Jump, I was talking a lot to Albert. One of
Good ol' Albert.
he was on one of the episodes that we had on
What
this
up?
podcast.
He's
tier
the
list.
JoJo tier
The
list.
JoJo tier list, which was our first video that got a dislike. I remember.
Oh my
So I was like,
god.
wow,
Who did
Albert,
it?
you brought us
Who
a
did it?
dislike.
Who did it?
No,
Who
but-
disliked it? I want you
He's-
to comment down below so I can roast you.
It's because Albert was on the pod. We can't have him on
It's
ever
because
again.
Albert was on the
We
podcast.
haven't.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's my roommate and we were driving back here to this area that we're in. And I was like talking to him a lot about anime and stuff like Shonen Jump. I was talking to him a lot about One Piece because like we were just bored and stuff and I was like, "Oh yeah, you should catch up." He said he would start One Piece when the show ended. He said that you told him it would end in a year.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I said it was gonna end in like 5 to 7 years.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then he said he's gonna like catch up to it in like a year. Oh no, the reason why I said in a year, I I was talking about the Wano arc would probably end in a year or two.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I was
Yeah.
like, no, like that's
I-
when
I
the
was-
last saga's starting. Like
yeah,
in a
yeah,
year.
because I think
So-
he said that he's gonna start like when the last saga starts.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna start it.
But
Wow.
yeah, we were talking about random shows like Odd Taxi and
Actually,
stuff,
wait,
which
no,
you
no,
still
no,
need
no.
to watch.
Wait, I've already started One Piece. Correction, I'm not going to.
Wow.
Wow. I haven't finished it. He hasn't finished it. I mean, like
Yeah.
nobody's finished it
I
yet.
haven't
Yeah.
finished it.
So yeah, you
I
can
won't
catch up
finish
though.
I'm not going
You
to.
can catch up. That doesn't mean you finish it. You just
Oh
not
yeah, and
going to.
Christian, another past guest, is like watching a lot of One Piece recently.
dude, he is grinding it.
Yeah, he's like almost on Water 7, which is like one of the best arcs.
He's
Watching
becoming a-
One Piece, this man was playing C instead of watching.
I mean, he's been grinding it a
He's
lot.
also been,
He's
like, doing a
over
lot of studying
200.
and stuff.
He's like over 200 episodes in the like thing now. That's
Yeah.
pretty quick. Yeah, that's like you
Like,
know you're into One
He
Piece when
found
you're
he
watching.
I
it.
found some
checked, like-
people. He found some people
I
to play
checked
Sea
when he
of
was, like-
Thieves with. So instead of watching one,
Yeah. I checked when
Yeah.
it was like around the end of Skypia, which is like I'm like chapter like episode 170, and like I checked like a week ago he was on like episode 70, which is like Drum Island. So like, he was like watched like 100 episodes.
Yeah, it's crazy the amount he's freaking watching. Yeah, I've been watching that much. Are there any shows that you guys have been into watching recently?
I mean, other than like the
Aquatope?
I've been watching Aquatope of White Sand,
Yeah, no,
Dragon Maid, which is kind of, I mean, first season's definitely a lot more enjoyable. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it gets better. The animation is still amazing. The actual like content is.
Oh,
But
yeah.
what else? Love Live Superstar, but of course
I was watching a YouTuber and he was saying like, he was like recommending new ones and he was like, would this be a good one to jump into like as a newbie for
What?
Love Live if you want to watch Love Live? Because there was a YouTuber that's
if you want to watch Love Live, you don't jump into Superstar. You jump into
Okay.
Original and then Sunshine.
But the thing
and then
is, like,
Superstar.
there's so much. There's like a lot of Love Live already, and it made sense what the YouTuber was saying. He was saying that like there's already so much content, it's like daunting to get into, and like isn't this kind of like an offshoot anyway?
This is the third main group.
Yeah, but it's like you don't really have to know anything about the other groups, like
Not yet,
Dude,
but you
see,
might. 'Cause,
exactly.
Like, the thing is,
so you can
No.
just jump into this
No,
one,
no, no,
and it's
'cause
like
it-
easier,
no,
you know?
no, because the thing is, with Nijigasaki, they have nothing to do with Aqua. Like they're technically in their own like version.
So that's
Love Live.
like a spin-off,
Yeah,
basically.
it's
Or, like-
yeah, it's like another like group that has nothing to do with the other two. Whereas like with Aqua, like they mention Muse like in the animes. Like you have to know who
Mhm.
Muse are for like to really know like who the heck Chica's like inspired by and all that. Like who like all of that stuff. Like for all we know, that might happen in Superstar too. They might like make a callback and stuff. Because like they
Okay.
are technically in the same like
You know,
I mean,
timeline
it's
as
not like
Muse
there's
and
like
Aqua.
1,000 episodes of the show.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not. It's
I
definitely
know,
not
but-
daunting.
and like
there's like
they're all
26
like pretty
of
much
each
like
group.
the same.
But
so,
if
like,
you think of it on like, trying to get into a series point of view, there's this Superstars literally just came out. How many episodes? Like there's two, maybe there's 2 episodes. It's
Yeah.
way less daunting to be like, oh, there's a series that's coming out now. I'm just gonna watch 2 episodes and catch up, rather than like I'm gonna watch like how many episodes are there? Like 60 or something? Because there's like 3 seasons, right?
There's
'Cause
you
season
could just,
1 has like
watch the first season.
no. School Idol Project is 26 in a movie
like-
and an OVA.
but like some
Sunshine
people don't
has
like to
26
binge
in a
like me,
movie.
like if they don't like this, if they don't know if they like the series. So like you can't just be like just binge like
It's like
20
watching a few episodes.
just binge like
just
20
Google
Okay,
it
but
and
it's
rate it
not
for
like
it.
it's not like One Piece where like there's like 900 episodes. Like, there's like what, maybe 50 total? Like that's not them. Or
Well,
not
that's still a
50, it's, like,
decent amount, and like if you don't know what you're
70.
getting into, like yes, you could do like watching a few episodes, but I think it's also kind of cool to just be caught up with something too, like like watch the most recent thing,
I mean, you can.
because it doesn't really like spoil anything at the moment, right? Like it's kind of
Not yet, but like if they do actually call back to Mute Aqua, then like people that like haven't
it's
like
more
don't
like
know who
fan
those
service.
groups
So
have,
anyway,
so-
it's like when a new like I'm watching the Godzilla anime right now, and they reference Godzilla stuff, but like you don't have to know about it. It's like, oh, like if you know about it, it's cool. Like
Mhm.
Godzilla names, like names of like different kaiju and stuff and monsters. And if you don't, it's like,
I still think if you're trying to get into Love Live, watch know like
Yeah, I mean, I
where it
guess you
starts.
could technically like watch like the latest season from what it sounds, but like I mean, like,
But
I
like,
guess
the
if
thing,
you want to be
what
caught
I'm
up,
saying,
but-
what I'm
The thing
saying
is,
is like
like-
it starts a new story. So like,
Well, like
you might
the like a
like it's
problem
less
like
daunting, you know?
the problem is though, like
Than,
if
like,
you
a whole
start
season.
watching, if you start watching like
no one's forcing you to watch the whole season in
Yeah.
a night.
I,
But, like,
I know.
the
I'm
whole
not
the thing
saying
is like
that.
if you start with Superstar, like you don't get all like the whole like where it all started. You don't get like the whole like why are idols like suddenly so huge and stuff. Whereas like if you watch the original Stip, you know, like it starts off with like just like there's like everybody likes, and like you get the story of how like it's what it is.
Yeah, I see.
It's kind of like the journey again.
Yeah, I guess I'm just putting a different
But,
point
like,
of
better.
view because I think it would
Yeah.
be I think I would like rather just like I was thinking of trying to start Love Live like with this new
I mean,
season.
you can watch the new
because
season, like
because
you're not
it's
gonna
just
miss
easier. It's like,
anything.
oh, it's out now, like it's coming out now, like,
I
oh,
mean,
cool, I can just like
see, the thing
watch
is,
the episodes.
for
Maybe like
someone
keep up
like
weekly
you,
or
you
something.
don't need to watch the other season because of how much I've talked about it. You basically know everything at this. So
Yeah.
I mean, you could
I'm-
kind of say the same thing about JoJo.
yeah,
Yeah.
You get part 5.
Yeah, you
Because
could.
that only has like Jotaro and Koichi in it, like for like one episode.
yeah.
You could. That's true. The thing
You
about
shouldn't
JoJo,
do
Just
it,
like
though.
it's because
but
like
that's very different though because each JoJo is drastically different, like worlds different. Like they build up upon each other, like with
I guess,
stands
yeah.
and stuff. Like you won't have any idea what stands are. Like the whole like stand system. If you start on like part 4 or 5, you're like, what the heck are stands and stuff, and like you won't understand, a lot of that.
well, I
a lot
mean
of
like
that,
I feel like if somebody first gets into JoJo's and they start watching like part 5 and they see a stand, they're just like it's gonna be one of those things you just kind of like figure out like oh you're not
Yeah,
like
I
at
get.
first like because I feel like with any show that's like that like
Yeah.
you're gonna like you jump in, you're like oh I don't know what this is, but within a few episodes you're kind of like oh I get it now.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, some of them are random.
I mean, I still prefer you start with part 1.
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna skip part 6 and I'm gonna wait for part
The
7
thing
and 8.
is,
and
some
skip
of them-
those
anime,
two.
you should
Some
start-
of
you start
them
with the first
heavily
season.
connect though. Part 3 compared to part 1 for JoJo, when you're talking about Dio and stuff, like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
not knowing about
I chose part
Dio.
5 because that's like the most like standalone part.
Yeah. Yeah, true. It is standalone. There yeah, I see what you're saying. Some people do that. The
shouldn't
reason
do
that
that,
I would
though.
argue it's a little different, like it is similar, like you could technically start on part 5 because it's a different story. Same with well, part 6 is kind of connected. Part 7 though, definitely you could just jump on part 7
Yeah.
because like a new like version.
Like a
The world,
alternate
Because
universe.
I'm gonna watch part 6 and then I'm gonna skip part 7, 8, and
Wow.
Wow.
Which hasn't even come out. 9 hasn't
Exactly.
even. 8 hasn't finished. 9 hasn't
8
come
hasn't
out.
finished either.
Um,
9 isn't even out
But
yet.
Speaking of which,
yeah.
I've read a lot of 8 and it's really good.
That's
um,
kind of bull.
It's probably gonna be my second favorite part.
Mm.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's been busy,
I
But
will
just
not
just
be
closing what I was saying, yeah, I just think like JoJo's a little more different like per part because like Love
Mm.
Live is very similar. It's like singing and stuff. Like it's just different groups doing it, you know. Whereas like there's a whole different plot for each JoJo.
Yeah, I still don't
And, like,
personally
yeah.
see
There
why
is
you would
also
just
like
not start in the first season.
yeah, like there's no reason to not start.
Like I don't
It's
know.
not like the
I
animation
think
is like really bad or
I think of
anything
it more like a
first season.
taste test. Like oh, it's coming out now. Let's check it out. Like it's a seasonal. I like to check out new anime, new seasonal stuff, and like
Mm.
the thing for Love Live is like it's not like oh you have to watch everything beforehand. Like
Yeah.
I like that. So like I would start at the new one
I mean
if I
that's also
don't
kind
have
of
to
like
watch
what,
the other stuff.
that's also kind of like what Nijigasaki was since it's like its own bubble of Love Live. Like you and been like okay cool.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of it at that time like that much, so that's why I didn't jump on that. But like stuff like that. I feel like a lot of people do that for stuff like Boruto too. Like I guess there's a lot of series that
Boruto.
vary like that. Like you could just hop in.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
really know. I haven't actually seen Boruto yet because I'm not actually finished with Naruto. But
Do you really need to watch Naruto?
I feel like you would have to because there's a big plot point.
Yeah, I'm
Who's
kind
this
of
You might be able to
Naruto
connect
guy?
it if you watch the show, but like I know there's like some big things in Naruto.
I'm kind of biased when it comes to like JoJo because like yeah, I really like JoJo, so it's like yeah, start at part 1 and stuff. But some other stuff, could like yeah, Naruto. What were we saying? We were saying other stuff.
I don't recommend starting with Boruto first.
I'm gonna start with Boruto and
Hey, you
then
haven't even
watch
seen Boruto,
Naruto.
so you don't
and then
know how much it
Naruto
connects.
Shippuden.
I know, but like still.
So that's a biased opinion because you watched Naruto.
What?
Because you watched Naruto, so like you could technically start on Boruto because you haven't watched Boruto yet, so you don't know like how much it connects to the story. And like he said with part 5, like with stands and stuff, like you just kind of figure it out as you go.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, okay, these are the power system. This is the power system, and that works and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
This Naruto
I
guy
I am
is like
I am sure
powerful.
there are a lot of like casuals that just started on Boruto
Yeah.
because it like is recent.
It's new. Yeah.
Because I don't know, I kind of understand that, like I feel like it's a little normie point of view, but like I kind of understand it that like you're attracted to like more stuff that's recent, just like some reasons that you say to like be with the community and stuff, like the
Yeah.
people who are like watching it now like live, stuff like
Mhm.
that. So I like to look at seasonals, look at new
Yeah.
stuff.
I guess like
See
in
what's up.
my point of view, I just like can't stand like not starting the first season for any show. Like I have to start like
I
the
feel like
beginning.
something like the
have to
Boruto
know everything.
Naruto thing, like it's like a different situation. Love Live thing. Love Live only has like 70 episodes. Whereas like Boruto, like, if you have to watch Naruto first, that's like what, like 300 or 400
No, that's
episodes
way
or
more.
something? Like 700
Shippuden
episodes?
alone
Like
is
700 episodes.
yeah, Shippuden's
Yeah.
like 500, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
That's like
I can't
pretty.
stand the
That's a
pacing, that's why I
It's
said
drastic.
manga.
basically
difference, yeah.
a slightly
You're basically
mini-
watching like
minimized
slightly
One Piece.
less One Piece.
Yeah, to watch like
In order
Boruto.
to watch like what, like 50
I'm not
Boruto
saying
episodes or
you
something?
should
I mean,
start
a
on
lot of people
Boruto.
grew up with it.
I'm
That's why a
just-
lot of people can pick up on Boruto.
Yeah. I'm not saying a lot of people like
Okay,
should
well,
start
I'm
on
growing
Boruto.
up with Boruto right now.
Yeah, I'm saying that a lot of people are doing it, but like not that they should. I don't know. I've heard like it starts like pretty bad, but now recently it's been getting good. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, because like there's like 50 or so chapters of Boruto out right now. Meanwhile, there's like 200 episodes.
Wait,
because
50? I thought there were way more.
no, there's not that many.
But there's like 100 episodes of Boruto.
200 episodes. And
there's
There's
only
already
50
200
chapters?
yeah,
episodes.
no,
What
what
the
happened?
hell?
What happened
Oh,
was
filler.
there's a shit ton of anime filler, and so like they
Like
only
Naruto.
recently got to manga.
Classic Naruto.
I've been
moment.
spoiled by One Piece where like it's like 10% filler, so like that doesn't even click in my head. That sounds crazy.
Like Naruto is like the original Naruto was like 41% filler, and then
God, that
Bleach is like 45% filler.
sounds ridiculous. I would skip every single one.
Yeah, no, I definitely skip all the filler.
So it's not like One Piece because it's way less episodes you're actually watching. You're only watching like 400.
Yeah,
Or
or
yeah.
something.
That's
instead
why-
of watching
that's
like
why
the
I'm saying, like,
500 Shippuden episodes, you only have to watch like 6.
Think
because
about
of
how many
much filler there
fillers.
is.
That's hundreds of
That's-
episodes of filler.
That's why I'm like not too like overwhelmed by like catching up to Bleach, because like it's like 366 episodes, but like half of that is filler, so it's
That's
like
crazy.
140 episodes or something.
Yeah, I always felt kind of satisfied when I skip filler in One Piece too. It was like a little boost, easy clap.
Yeah,
just
you
go
like,
skip
it's
over
like
it.
2 episodes
Easy.
in one.
Yeah, boom, done. Already done with those episodes. But there wasn't a lot of filler like that. So I guess watching like Bleach or Naruto is just like fun.
Yeah,
Cause
no.
like ooh, skip around. Like
Like, the thing with
good enough.
the original Naruto is like halfway through, it just becomes nothing but filler until like the very end. There's like a few canon episodes.
Yeah, I heard about that. That sounds really weird.
Bad man.
Yeah, filler. I mean, what do you guys think of filler?
Uh,
Necessary
mean,
evil?
To be honest, I don't really have a problem with it unless it's like bad filler. Because like I know that there are points like like if they continue adapting like what's like, there, they want to like extend it out,
Yeah.
like because they don't want people to lose interest. So
Mhm.
I can understand them like if the filler's like entertaining and whatnot, then I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
But if it's like there and it's noticeably bad and like it's just like obvious that they put it in just to have something, then I'm like, okay, you don't
One
need
Piece
it.
had like actually good filler like one time, G8, which Christian watched recently.
Oh yeah.
Like if the
that's-
filler's good and entertaining, I don't have a problem with it.
I also
I
think
guess I agree with that. I typically prefer like no filler.
Yeah, I mean no
just
filler would be
because,
good,
like,
but
Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah.
stick with the canon
because
content.
the whole thing about filler is like
I don't
it's
really have
literally filling in a place of a canon episode.
Yeah.
It's not canon. Like you
Yeah.
can literally skip it.
I don't really have a problem with it as much when it's like an older series, because then I can just like look it up and skip the filler. But if
Mhm.
it's like an ongoing show,
Yeah.
then like
Oh.
I like have to wait a week of filler. Like
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure My Hero had like a filler episode. Like I just
I
didn't
heard the
watch it.
Christmas one was like
Mhm.
somewhat filler.
I don't
Like
think
Yeah,
the
it was.
holiday one.
That was in
Oh.
the manga.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, I read the manga for that.
Yeah.
I know like
At least I think if it was, it's what you're talking about. I think.
I'm
Uh,
not sure. I
like
I,
every
haven't- I haven't
class.
caught up. I just heard that I did hear that there was some
Oh yeah. It was like a beach episode. My Hero, which is like a filler episode.
Oh,
And I just skipped it.
Nice.
beach episode.
Very
yeah.
cool. We
Yeah.
love the beach episode.
Yeah. But I have been getting more into manga. I think I will read. Like I was telling. Wait, did I say it on the pod that I would read Demon Slayer? I don't know.
No,
if
you
I,
didn't.
No, I didn't say it on the pod. We were talking about Demon Slayer because the OST for the Olympics and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna read it before. How long is it?
Forget exactly how long, like
You could read Demon Slayer before part 7.
chapters.
Or part 7? You mean season 2?
No, part 7 of JoJo.
Maybe. Yeah, just because Demon Slayer is coming out quick, it just is in my head. Like same with My Hero. I might read My Hero soon. That's what I was gonna say. I might read My Hero. I've been reading like a few chapters of Jujutsu every now and then. Not like super
I
into it
definitely
right
want
now.
to read the manga for My Hero and Jujutsu. They get really good.
Yeah, exactly.
Demon
yeah.
Slayer, I might read.
I'm curious.
I'm not really
Looks
super
like
hyped
about
about it just
200
because like I heard it's
chapters.
not really the best.
Yeah.
Later on.
Mm-hmm.
I did kind of trash on the art of it, but like I don't think it's that bad. And like I
actually enjoyed the Demon Slayer. I
Yeah, I
think
like
it's
the
like
art.
I think it's unique enough and like kind of different that you kind of enjoy it after.
I like the cheap.
it's not really my like preference, but like
Yeah.
I would definitely still read it.
Yeah.
so.
And I think like the way UFO Table's animating it too, we get the whole thing in. They definitely clean up the design.
Oh yeah,
but
the
they still
anime
like
looks
it's
amazing.
still really unique what it is.
yeah
Mm.
yeah.
Especially added with like the UFO Table like shadows and
The character
whatnot.
designs are pretty good too. Yeah. Oh yeah, and speaking of like shadows and like good quality, I started something last night called The Case of Vanitas.
Oh yeah, I watched that a while ago.
Yeah,
Case study.
a while ago. Oh, you
Like a few weeks ago.
Okay,
like
yeah.
when the first episode came.
yeah.
Weren't you trashing on it? Were you like it was
No.
kind of boring?
Dude,
Oh,
no,
I thought-
it-
no. What
I
was
actually
the
really
detective
enjoyed
art
it.
was already dead. Like somebody was saying like
I was
one of them was
trashing.
like
Okay,
I was never trashing on it.
I was trashing on the detectives already. Not that much. I just said
yeah.
it wasn't my cup of tea because it's like super wholesome, like
The
side
second half-
stuff for
yeah.
a while.
I like the first half a lot
yes,
more than the second half.
exactly. And I have a feeling that like a lot of it is gonna be like the second half or something.
Like, the whole like plane part was like really cool, but then like after that, when they were like running around the school having like a romantic thing.
the plane was okay. Like I was kind of underwhelmed. I
Mhm.
from what I've like clips that I've seen, like that cool like gun clip. Like I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be a little more like
Yeah.
epic, but
A little more
it was
action.
it was okay. It was a lot of like her deduction. Okay, speaking of the detective arts, I guess we'll talk about that. My spoilers and stuff because we're gonna talk about it. Okay,
Crap, spoilers.
Oh,
listen.
the spoilers
I
in the
haven't
title.
watched
The
it yet.
detective's already dead.
I don't
Listen-
care though.
yeah.
The main character
No, I'm
is
not. I'm
dead.
talking about like within the episode. But like, okay,
Yeah, I don't
I
care
was
about
kind
spoilers.
of- I was kind of underwhelmed by her deduction. Like, when she's like talking to the guy in the in the front of the plane, like the guy that's like, "Oh, I hijacked this stuff," and she's like, "I'm deducting everything," and like it didn't even sound that impressive. Like,
Yeah,
I was like, "This
I'm
isn't
de-
even that
I'm
impressive." You're
deducting
like,
everything.
you're like, "Oh, the way like
That was
I
kinda
made
cool,
you
but,
admit that like you said something." It's like that's not even like like I feel like JoJo level is like way cooler. Like
Yeah.
JoJo level, like, oh, gotcha, like with like 200 IQ, like attacks. Like I feel like that's smarter than like what the detective was doing.
200 IQ attacks,
like,
and
just
yet
doing, like, a bunch of research
meanwhile,
ahead of
like
time.
Jotaro versus Dio is literally just them
So, like,
punching each
I
other.
didn't
she,
really-
She just did like a bunch of research ahead of time, so she was like saying like, "Oh, I've already figured this all out before I got on the plane."
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't really think that was that cool. I thought she was a little underwhelming and like too wholesome, and I was like, what the heck? But like I said, not my cup of tea. So I'm not really
He's more of
gonna
a
be
coffee
watching it.
kind of guy.
I am not gonna be watching. I'm not a coffee guy, but I'm also not a detective is already dead kind of
I
guy.
might watch another
Bad man.
episode because like I did like the first episode. I just want to like see more of it.
But a show
Yeah.
that I actually did enjoy a lot more is The Case of Vanitas. It's not like god tier, but the animation is really really
The
good.
animation's like a
It is.
It reminds me of like Shaft almost because it has like random moments where it's
Good
like
old
super
Shaft.
smooth, but like everything's high quality. But then random like times where it's like focusing on something really smooth.
I really love the setting, like the whole like steampunk Paris kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, speaking of
Um,
Paris, I want to bring up the Olympics again real quick.
Oh boy.
So-
boy.
The next Summer Olympics in what 2024 is supposed to be in Paris, right? And I was
Okay.
talking about this with like my dad and one, but think about it. Where in Paris are they going to build any kind of Olympic like facilities? Just think about it for a
Did they
second.
not have one already?
Well, I mean, they have like a stadium or something, but like they always have to like every city always has to build. They always like
sure,
do
sure.
like, And so
They'll find room.
think about it. This is Paris. Where in the city are they going to build any new facilities? There's no room.
I've never been to Paris, but like just tear down a few big buildings.
Like,
tear
the
down a
thing is-
neighborhood or two.
apartment
The thing is,
complexes.
like, other than like a few select like locations, like the big roads that were cleared, like big roundabout and stuff like that. Other than like a few select locations, the city is like too close together for the cars to even really be used. They get to walk everywhere or bike or something.
I feel like a lot of it. I think it could be like just outside.
Yeah,
the
they
city
would
or
have to
something.
put it
Yeah,
outside the
they've got-
city.
They've got some like room somewhere.
They have room, but it's not actually.
Just
in
tear down a farm
Paris.
outside the city.
Tear down some poor guy's farm.
Yeah,
My farm. We're putting a stadium here.
they'll find room.
They'll find somewhere. I just thought it was funny. They're like, it's gonna be in Paris. I'm like, it's not gonna be in Paris. It's going to be outside of Paris.
Yeah. Going back to cool
back
Paris
to
vampire stuff
Paris,
though.
man.
I do recommend it's pretty cool. I got these I got like a weird yaoi vibes or like
Oh,
Oh
no.
yeah.
I'll pass. No,
like
thank you.
there's like two guys and like in the opening they're like bonding a bunch. But then no, there's a part where one of them
No.
makes out with like a girl and I'm like, "Oh shoot." I don't know if you've
Yeah.
seen more episodes, but like yeah, there's a part where like he one of the characters like one of those guys that I thought was like,
Yeah.
like kind of yaoi like he starts
Mm.
like he's like kisses this girl like I'm like, "Whoa.
Like, whoa,
Yeah.
you're not supposed to be doing that.
Oh, you're a big boy now." Yeah.
No, but I mean, I guess kind of relating to that is like Aquatope, right? Like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like yuri, but not like sexual yuri, like some things are. Like, I think it's just supposed to be like wholesome or whatever.
girls.
But there's one guy that like I don't think he's meant to be yaoi. I think it's more like because he's like the only guy that like worked at the aquarium, and so he's been around girls so much that anytime like a girl comes in, he's like, ah, dang, not another one.
Wow.
And then like the moment like another guy comes into the room, like one of the main characters, like, all right, he's working here now, and the other guy that was already there is like, hell yeah, another dude. He's like
I mean, I
starts
feel
like
that too,
cheering.
like, yeah, another guy. Let's go. Like if you're just
It's like
around
one
a
of the
bunch
funny
girls.
characters.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, but
Go watch Aquatope, please.
Okay, yeah.
Underrated.
And I
don't
do
know about that
recommend
one.
Case of Vanitas. It's like
Yeah,
it's a
I'm gonna
really
watch
interesting
that
take
one
on
too.
like vampires and stuff. Like he has like this book and like they have powers and stuff. So it's like kind
It's
of
very descriptive.
it's
They have
a
a
fun.
stand
I don't
power,
want to like
too.
spoil anything,
They have
but it's
book
like
and powers.
it's
They
like,
have a book in powers.
yeah. But it's like vampires and non-vampires.
I mean, like
you
the whole
know,
like
and-
plot of it is like Vanita is like this vampire was like born in the blue moon, where like all the other vampires are born in the red moon,
yeah.
and then like he's
What
like,
about the guy born in the green moon?
And he like
or the yellow
passed
moon?
down this like special power like book thing.
he has like this book that's like supposed to like I don't know like
It
transform
has-
the other vampires into blue moon vampires or something like that, or like
No,
kill
well,
them? I don't know.
no,
I'm pretty
not-
sure he's like
it has
he's,
like special powers, but like we don't know yet like
Yeah.
exactly what it does. But it can do good and
I remember
bad
like the
and stuff
whole like
that.
the whole like plot synopsis at the beginning of the first episode. They said something about how like he's trying to get revenge on the red moon vampires or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
But basically,
But then we meet like the blue moon guy Vanita is like the episode, and he's like not really like super.
well, actually, no, it's not that guy. He had the book passed down. That
Oh,
guy was
yeah.
a vampire that was born under the blue moon. The character in the show had the book passed down by that guy, but he's not a
Oh.
vampire.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he's not a vampire, but he has the book like that
Interesting.
like a special vampire had and stuff. So
Yeah.
he has powers and stuff that can like help and hurt vampires, and so like it's an interesting like contrast. But it's like it's a really interesting like kind of fun, mostly
Yeah.
fun. It's not like god tier. It reminds me a lot of like Bungo Stray Dogs.
No,
kinda gives
I
me
was
those
actually
vibes.
I was about to just say like just like the name alone reminds me of that one guy that you made us draw like during our drawing podcast
Yeah.
with like the weird puffy balls. Every time you
that's
say
Kimono
like the
Jihan.
name of the anime, whatever like Kimono Jihan, whatever it is, I was
Oh,
like
come on.
every
shit.
time I hear the name like Case Study of Vanita, I immediately think like Bungo Stray Dogs or like the guy with like a vest and like
I mean,
blonde
Kimono
hair.
Jihan.
Kanji.
No, I know Bungo and like Kimono Ji.
Oh,
I get like I think of both of those at the same time, and I'm like, why?
yeah.
I guess they like kind of seem similar because like every time I think of the guy from Kimono G, like Bungo Stray Dogs, I get kind of like detective, like mystery vibe.
All of those shows, it's kind of weird because they're kind of shonen-y, but like they're not really
not.
popular. I'd say they're more like, under the radar shows. Where like it's not like the first thing you see when you like start
Yeah.
It's
looking
weird
for
because
anime.
like Bungo Stray Dogs is like apparently like really popular on
Yeah.
finalist or something, but like no one ever talks about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And yeah, I watched that a while ago. I really wasn't a huge fan, but I've heard that season 2 gets really good, which I haven't seen. So
Nice.
I need to watch that. I've seen some like random like
Go
spoiled
watch it
clips,
then, right now.
which I will not spoil here.
Yeah, the only season I'm like really caught up on, I just watched last night, is Tokyo Revengers. Also
Yeah.
latest episode is crazy, crazy plot twist stuff.
Yeah, I haven't been watching a lot of Tokyo. I don't know when I will, but like I don't know. For some reason, I just haven't been too into it.
Yeah,
It's like it's kind of cool. I'll probably just binge it at some
I like
point.
all the characters and like the whole like gang vibe. So like it's just like such a unique show. I would like keep on watching it every.
Yeah. I think it's one of those shows where like once it gets enough episodes, I'll just be like, oh, I'll start watching one episode, and then I'll just
Yeah.
binge it like
Yeah, that's what I did with Odd Taxi.
within a few days or something. I don't know. Right now, I'm not like too into
I'm
it.
probably gonna do the same thing with To Your Eternity because you were always complaining I'm not really watching it.
I have watched one episode. Is it, how many are out right now?
Dude,
Like 20? or
That
something
one
like
is definitely
50.
underrated. That one
No,
is so
I
freaking
I
good.
think both. Like, even though I haven't watched To Your Eternity, I've like recently on Twitter, like it's just
So
like me and one other person. Like, I think both Vivi and To Your incredibly underrated. Cause like
yeah,
I have like, it's like
honestly.
me and one other person on like Twitter, are, like the only people talking about Vivi at all. And like
It's just because
I-
like
I
it's
don't
an
see
open and
anything on-
closed
yeah.
case kind of thing, where it's
Yeah.
like there's not as much stuff you
Mhm.
talk about. It's just like, oh, it was a good show, but like there's not any
It's kinda
open-ended
sad, but-
stuff. It's not like what's gonna happen
Yeah.
or stuff like that. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
I like this character. I like this show.
please.
The longer running shows.
Well,
that get more
underpopular.
attention.
I don't know about underrated. I think Vivi's probably rated well because like everybody that did.
Yeah,
watch
it's
it
actually
all
rated
thought it
pretty
was, like, really
solid.
good. I think we talked about that in our last rating.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like, yeah, to your turn. Yeah, I guess we have talked.
I think
about
they're
it a bit. I
both
won't
just
talk too much about
underpopular.
it, dude. Yeah, it's so like, it's sad. I'm like the only one out of all of you guys that are like caught up to.
Yeah, no, the thing is, I know I'm gonna enjoy it, and it seems like it's like, I don't know. It seems like the type of show that I just enjoy more if I just binged it.
It has some like crazy peaks, like emotionally and just like the show, like the plot is like really solid.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it,
I mean, I've seen like,
like it makes you really sad at points. Like it's one of those shows like every few episodes you just like feel really sad.
I've seen like 7 episodes or so. I think. I don't know how many are out, but
There's like 13ish, I think.
Oh, that was like 50.
I have
Okay.
not seen the most recent. Wait, no. Tomorrow it comes out. They come out Mondays. So I'm caught up though. It's I don't know how many episodes are gonna come out for this year. Like 20 or something.
24.
yeah, I don't think you ever announced like how many episodes.
Yeah, so it's kind of going, and the animation is pretty solid for something over 12 episodes.
They also still haven't announced like how many episodes are gonna be in Tokyo Avengers, but like,
I thought it was like 20.
they
I don't
didn't
know.
say, but like I'm guessing 24, just because like they changed the opening. Oh, they didn't change. No, they didn't change the opening. They changed the ending like few episodes ago. Like episode 16 right now.
Fun weekly stuff.
Other stuff I've been watching, other than seasonals, kind of put Bleach on hold for a little bit, but I watched No Game No Life,
For the first time, or is this like
first time.
Oh, New
never
Game, New
watched it.
Life. Oh,
no
is that
game,
No Game,
not
No
new game? New game is a completely different anime.
Yeah, I was getting confused between those. So this is the one with the purple stuff, right? With the chess people, with the girl,
Yes,
little
No
girl,
Game, No
and
Life
then
is
the-
like
the
the
brother and sister.
No Game No
Yeah.
Life is the one about games, or if you lose like the game, you have to
Kill
bet.
yourself.
No. It's like you can basically like you always have to bet something, and
Mhm.
everything is decided by a game. So like instead of being like, oh yeah, so
It's
who's
like
gonna be
war
king?
and
It's not like
violence is
voting.
forbidden
It's
in that
like
world. So, like they have to resolve everything.
you
with
have to
games
resolve
instead.
everything with like games, which is
Oh, okay.
it's actually pretty cool concept.
Yeah, I've seen the
I
first few
actually-
episodes.
I actually didn't really like the anime. It had like some weird
Yeah, other than,
stuff
like,
with ecchi.
Other than
stuff,
like the
but,
weird like the few etchy things, like it's actually pretty enjoyable. Like I really like the art style and like the color.
Like there's ecchi in like every episode, like a lot of it. But
I don't know
Yeah,
about
got
a
the
lot of
booba.
it.
I watched it
There-
recently. There's like a
dude,
decent amount.
Dude, I remember like when they were facing that one girl. I think they were playing chess or something with one girl in the beginning, and she's like,
Yeah.
big booba,
Oh, I don't. Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
really big. Like it was. That's all I remember. So it was
I
like,
think I know what you're talking about.
Which wait, there's not really a character that has like massive boobs.
not like huge, but like it was like focused on it, like heavily focused, like almost the entire time while they were playing chess. And I was
I
like,
actually don't
okay,
really-
come on.
I don't think I've really noticed that.
I don't think that's happened. Yeah. Because the
Really?
only girl that they played like chess against, like
No,
the
they played-
major chess match, is like
No,
she's,
they
like,
went
flat.
to like a tavern or something towards the beginning.
played
of
chess
Oh,
twice.
you mean
third
you mean that one?
They played chess twice.
It was like
Yeah,
a pretty
but I-
like non-intense match or whatever. It was just like at like a place or whatever. I think it was somewhere where they were sleeping or something.
Like
Mhm.
the girl that they fought like at the beginning, like at the tavern
It
thing,
w-
like
I
they
just
weren't
remember
playing
it was
chess, they were
super
playing
like
cards.
etchy. It was really etchy.
The one that they played, the
Yeah,
girl,
Jesus
the
Christ.
actual like major chess match where they went up against like the one girl to see who would become king. Like
Yeah, I haven't seen
she's
that.
like flat, so
I haven't
it
seen
definitely wasn't that.
I have not seen that. Yeah, but so you're
Yeah.
enjoying it? That's good. That's good.
Yeah, enjoying it. I
Enjoyed
finished
it.
but
It's
yeah.
not. It doesn't have
Oh, you
anything
finished
more.
it? How many episodes is it?
It's like
12.
12, yeah.
Oh,
and
it's only 12.
doesn't
Yeah, I
have a
watched it all in
second
a day.
season.
I thought it was longer.
It makes me angry because
That's
like
why I watched it because I actually the poster thing you got me of the 100 anime thing. I accidentally scratched off part of it. So I was like,
yeah.
okay, now I gotta watch it. So I watched it all in one day.
Oh
Nice.
my gosh. So you basically like watched it because of the poster that I got you, the completionist poster.
Yeah.
That's no,
fine.
that's what I was like. I was joking about when he got the poster. I was like, what should happen is instead of having a poster you scratch off what you've watched, it should be a poster you scratch one off, and whatever's under there, you have to watch it.
Oh, you're like a mystery thing?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like a
that's
mystery.
cool.
You don't know it's there, so you have to scratch one off each day, and it's like a new. And it could be anything from like obviously they wouldn't put like One Piece on there because that's gonna take.
Hell yeah,
forever.
dude.
No,
Put one,
put
like,
One Piece in
it's a
there.
mystery
And you're
one.
required to
No,
watch
that's
it.
the
No, it's like-
jackpot.
It's like a bunch of like
Yeah.
It's like a bunch of random ones, and you scratch. It's like a bunch of like maybe shorter ones, like maybe like 12 to like 24 episodes or something. And
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
just scratch off a random one, and whatever it is, you got to watch that one next.
That'd be cool.
I've been
Cool
looking
idea.
more like watching some shorter anime.
Yeah,
Just because I normally watch like really long anime. It's just like trying to like
It's
watching
fun. It's
small
fun
ones.
dipping your toes in random stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Speaking of dipping your toes in, I
Yeah.
was at the beach this past week.
awesome.
Yeah.
That
Just
I
got
got to
back.
swim with dolphins.
Yeah.
Other than that, I didn't really have
I'm
anything
jelly.
interesting.
That
happen.
sounds cool. You were just like that
It's just like a
Aquatope girl, right?
It's just like a beach. No, because neither
just
of
like the
them have
lesbian
swam with
Aquatope
dolphins.
girl.
You were like the guy from the movie that we watched, Josie and the Lion or whatever.
No,
thing.
because he also didn't swim with dolphins.
But he went in the water. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
He swam.
He
He
swam.
swam,
Oh, I'm just like
and
that one
listen,
guy that swam.
He swam in the ocean, and there are dolphins in the ocean, so he swam with dolphins.
my
Okay.
By that logic, I'm like, I basically was like Kanan from Love Life. She swims in the ocean. Oh, I'm basically Kanan.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh. Which is funny because people actually joke in the franchise that she's a dolphin.
What the heck?
Because like she's like one of her favorite animals.
She becomes a dolphin.
No, she does not become a
So
dolphin.
you're
She's
saying
she's
no,
the
but
Jotaro
actually,
of
yeah,
Love Live.
no. You're saying
of the
Jotaro
funniest-
would
no.
really like her then.
No. So one of the funny parts actually about Kanan and dolphins is that her
Yeah.
first she has 2 solo songs right now. Her first one is Sakana Kanan Nandaka, whatever, something like that. Whatever.
Very nice.
But she's singing about how she wants to be a fish. And then the second one,
Okay.
her second solo song Moto Ne is about how she wants to go swimming with the fish and become a fish.
Wow. Yeah, I think
Like,
she should
it's-
hit up
it's-
Jotaro.
It's
you
less
know?
about her actually being a fish and more like, she wants to go like diving. She's kind of like,
Just say you want to go diving. Just say
Whatever
you
it
wanna be a
is.
fish.
I don't know why I didn't make the songs.
I
but,
want to
like,
dive.
They actually
become
sound pretty
fish.
good, but the
Yeah.
Sakana Kanan Daka is like a very jazzy song. I'm surprised that Caleb
see.
like doesn't like it. I played it once and he was like, "It's okay."
Yeah.
You got very particular
It
taste.
reminds me of all
Yeah,
the funny.
apparently.
It reminds me of all the funny Jotaro memes with dolphins. Like, why is he even into dolphins? Like, Jotaro is so random, you know.
That's because dolphins are
Why?
cool.
Why does he want to be a marine
Dolphins are, like,
biologist?
my
Like, that has
third
nothing to
favorite
do with the
animal.
whole story. Like,
These
oh
are
yeah,
his
yeah.
passions.
yeah. It's just kind of funny though because it has nothing to do with the story. It's just like a side thing. Like,
Also,
oh yeah, he
um,
really likes dolphins.
I mean,
Also,
hey,
there's like the whole thing with like Jotaro's dad being like a jazz musician and like you never really see him.
Yeah.
I put my
There's some like really
My-
wacky
my-
things in part 8. I really wish I can talk about, but like
my favorite animals tier list. So you got number 1 is whales, then you got seals, and then number 3 is dolphins.
Okay, we're pulling up a tier list now. We're doing a.
all right. We're doing the animals tier list.
Animals tier list. We have like what, 1 million different species. Like we'll rate
We're
all
gonna
of
do a
them
tier
in
list for them
one
all.
episode.
No, but whales are pretty cool, I guess.
I mean,
would
how
put-
could you like not like this majestic throwing itself out of the water?
Because
That's amazing.
PTSD from Finding Nemo when he gets
Oh
eaten by
my
a whale.
God.
So I don't want to get eaten by a whale.
Oh my god! What do you mean
That's basically-
PTSD? What do you mean
Man, the
PTSD?
time when I was a fish.
Shut the heck. Man, that one time I was a fish.
The
Oh
one time I
gosh.
was a fish and got emo.
When I was
Oh,
with my
gosh,
man,
man.
Nemo.
That sounds like a light novel
My
title.
guy Nemo was consumed by a fish.
That
by a
time I was
whale.
a fish and I got eaten by a whale.
Yo, we got a new Isekai.
Oh
Yo,
my God.
if that ever gets made, we claim royalties, please.
Speaking of that time, I was a fish and got eaten by a whale. I caught up to that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Nice.
It's still coming out, right?
Yeah,
Season
it's
two,
it's
two or
part
whatever.
2. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
are
part-
you watching it?
Yeah, I mean,
Season one's definitely
I,
better.
yeah, season 1 so far. I think season 2 definitely had like the hypest moment with like,
Yeah.
but like season 1 definitely is better. But also season 2 isn't finished yet, and I can tell that like it's going to get a lot better. Cause like right
Mm.
now it's kind of like the in between, like between like kind of like the rest period. They don't
There
want
were
to have
just,
like
parts of
constant.
the beginning of season 2 that I really didn't like. Like there was like some terrible pacing issues and stuff where like made it like
It's
really
that
hard to
bad.
watch.
I think it was. I didn't think it was the pacing. I think it
season
was more
2?
just kind of like.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was really the pacing. I thought it was more just kind of
I
like.
mean, pacing was an issue there.
I don't really think
Whoa.
it was. I think it was. I think it was more the actual content itself just being kind of slow.
Well, yeah,
rather
because the
than
pacing.
Not really.
You know,
There wasn't really much happening in the episodes, and like things were kind of dragged out.
you know what reminds me? I don't know why, but when I just said objective, objection. That reminds me
Free
of
flow.
that one like, game, like Ace Attorney.
Mhm.
Like it's also an anime.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Like
Yeah.
I actually I watched it like a year or two ago, but if you didn't know, like it came out with a new like rendition of the series like a year or
Nice.
two ago for like the anime version,
Mhm.
and yeah, I don't know, I just want to bring it up 'cause
Yeah.
it's kind of fun. It was super unique. It was like a wholesome like case solving like judge like anime. Now I
Yeah.
kind of want to get back into it. It's pretty
I'm
good.
not gonna watch.
I don't even know if
that
it's still
anime's
ongoing. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
I know of
it's like a
um,
detective or not detective, but it's like it has to do with like the jury and shit.
Yeah.
there's like this YouTuber who's like a lawyer, and like I've seen like him like
Nice.
play Ace Attorney a couple times.
Yeah.
and it's kind of funny because like he like arrives to the same conclusions that they do in the game like ahead of time because like he's an actual lawyer and
Oh,
thinks, like,
that's
they do.
cool.
Nice.
That's cool. He's 200 IQ.
I know. I kind of
That means the game's
always,
good then because like it
Yeah.
actually connects stuff.
I kind of always enjoy like those videos where you have like somebody like a real life person either like disproving like stuff that's been said or
Yeah.
like playing stuff like that. Especially like I remember we were at Jacob's house recently watching it. Like a marine biologist talk about like he was roasting this guy that made a video about is the Meg real, and it probably
the
is.
megalodon
And it was-
shark.
it
Is
was
the
so
megalodon
funny,
shark
Because
real.
this
Like,
man's like a marine biologist. He's got like Twitch chat and everything. He's like, this guy is an absolute idiot. The Meg is not real. And he was like,
it was
he goes,
hilarious.
this undeniable picture of the Meg washed up in Brazil. And he's like, that picture is a great white shark that was taken like 3 years ago.
No, they had a
And it was-
picture from
Yeah.
Jaws or something, like a
Yeah,
fake prop.
yeah. There was like he was like, this picture is undeniably the Meg, and then he was like, no, that's a prop from
Didn't
like
he also
Jaws.
show like a picture? Didn't he also show a picture of like what he thought was the megalodon, and it was just like a bunch of islands?
Yeah, it was like this picture of of the
Oh, yeah.
megalodon shark was taken in the Pacific Ocean, and the man is going like, I'm pretty sure that's just Hawaii.
Like I can't see what like. it
Like,
looks
where's the
islands.
shark? This is just islands.
That video is hilarious. If I remember, I'll put it in the link
Yeah.
below. But like,
it was
was-
so good.
they were like talking about like, oh yeah, there's like this huge pit that like it has to be in there. Like,
The
we
Mer-
haven't seen what's in this pit.
He's
And it's like,
like-
there's no life
yeah.
in there. There's no
Yeah.
life.
He goes like, don't you dare say it. Don't you say it. Don't say that it's probably in the Marianas Trench. Don't you dare say it. Only 5% of the ocean have been explored. Only 5% of the oceans have been explored. No!
Yeah, he actually that was hilarious.
He was like
Yeah,
5
those-
minutes of him saying like, "Don't say it, don't say it, don't say it," and the guy in
Yeah.
the video says it, and he just like is like gives up.
Yeah, those videos are hilarious.
videos are
like,
great.
Like doctors react to like watching like a doctor show or something.
They're the
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
ones are like when the guy that like reacting to it is like trying to like do it seriously, but at the same time like roast the absolute
Yeah.
crap out of whoever made.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
original
like
video.
someone making a video like tries to like seem like they know what they're doing, but then someone who
Yeah.
actually knows what they're doing.
yeah,
like,
it's like just roasting them.
They're
Like,
like,
I don't think you
this
went
ain't
to
shit.
school.
yeah, I like to
Like,
see. Yeah,
I usually like watching those like reaction clips of like a doctor or something. Like watch like a doctor show, and like it's actually like really good, and I tend to like really like it.
and like, oh yeah, this is good because that's what I would
Like,
do. And
they,
like,
they like
that's the right-
provide insight and like say like, oh, the show's like actually really accurate. Like I think
yeah, that's cool.
Scrubs is like one of those shows. It's like the most medically accurate like doctor show.
Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, I've watched a
Um,
bit of it. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I watched all of it. It's really
I'm
good.
not a big fan of like watching shows. I don't want to watch shows about like doctors. I'd rather watch something I don't
It's like a
end up.
slice of life.
Yeah, why,
I know,
why
but,
is
like,
it so like doctor shows are so popular?
Yeah, I don't feel like watching
so
like a
many.
doctor show. Like, I don't want to know about like nurses and doctors and stuff. Like I want to watch like some like
It gets
The
kind
Office
of
or
it can
something.
get kind of cringy sometimes when like when it comes to like the showing stuff.
yeah. I don't
Oh,
like.
they don't
that.
like. I think Chubbs is pretty good about that.
Yeah, but there are some shows that are like more.
yeah.
There's some like reality ones like
Chubbs is like less about like the actual like medical procedures and more just like about like slice of life kind of comedy stuff.
Yeah.
yeah. I would definitely probably choose The Office over, but like there's a lot of doctor shows. It's like Grey's Anatomy is like the more dramatic version.
why is
right?
there
like,
so many
Yeah.
like with, like,
It's also apparently less
relationships.
medically accurate.
Yeah, it, like has,
Who
like,
the heck keeps
relationships.
waking up in the morning and goes like, "Yep, we need another doctor show."
There are a lot.
There's a ton of them.
I don't know which one, but my parents are watching some doctor show. Like I see them like watching a doctor show. I'm like,
Stop
oh,
watching
well,
doctor
there's a
shows.
lot.
We don't need any more doctor shows. When are we getting like a funny fireman like show where they're like it's just them like memeing around in the fire station or something?
There's probably one for that. There's a lot of reality shows too that are very similar to that. Those ones are harder to watch when it's with doctors though, because they show a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like okay, there's literally a show that my dad used to watch a little bit just because like I don't know why people watch it, but
Yeah.
it's like a tit or like an acne, like what's it called, pimple popper. Have you heard of it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, gosh.
And
Oh, I
some
don't like
people-
that. No, thank
Pimple's
you.
so big, it's like a huge bulge, and they pop it, and a whole like it looks like cream, just like it's so
I did not
bad.
need to know that.
It's like some people find it super
I kinda like those
satisfying.
videos.
Yeah,
They're kind of gross, but then also kind of satisfying at the
I
same
can't
time.
stand that.
yeah.
No
But
thank
like, dude, some people like I saw one where like a guy had like a huge bump on his head, like it looked like he hit his head, but it was a pimple,
That's
and so they go
awful.
there and they like cut it with like a scalpel. Oh, it's so gross, dude. Thinking about it.
I don't like that.
And so
I
like,
would
kinda
I
like
would
those
rather
videos.
watch
that is gross.
I would rather watch Amaranth do ear licking ASMR than ever watch a
oh hell
pimple
yeah,
popper
dude.
show.
I already
No
do that.
thank-
Oh, wait, all the
Yeah.
time.
No.
That's what I
Actually, no.
sleep to.
Speaking of that, actually, last night I was going through Twitch and I went to click on Super Stream, like Overwatch streamer or whatever,
Yeah.
for the San Francisco Shock or whatever. I went in, I accidentally clicked on Amaranth because she was right above him, and she was like away, like it said like she was like in the bathroom or something, but there was like rain like at her house, and like you could hear it
Yeah.
picking up the mic. It was so satisfying, like the rain sounds.
Rain
Oh,
ASMR, and you're like, oh, might as well just stay here.
and
I
I
mean,
stayed here.
Amaranth
No. The
chat.
thing is, I completely forgot that I was watching it because like I walked away to go do something, and I was like, so I just like forgot that I was like that's what it was, and so she came back and just like without saying anything started licking the mic. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. Do you guys watch any H3 or do you keep up with
I
any
used
of it?
to. But
I don't
not as
watch
much
any.
anymore.
Oh man, there's a lot of like Twitch stuff that I went to with H3.
I remember I
'cause-
didn't like as much as
Yeah.
YouTube content later on.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah. But he's been going on Twitch recently, and he's been talking to like a big names like XQC and stuff.
Good old
for-
excuse.
Yeah, I remember
overall,
seeing
it's
that was like a
pretty
big streaming thing, and like basically every like stream on the, like the top page is like XCC and H3.
because they were literally all the streamers were just leeching and reacting off of it.
Yeah.
Because like Ethan Klein, which is like the guy from H3. He,
Oh, Ethan.
Not me. It's not
Ethan
me.
Klein. Are you Ethan? Klein?
I'm not.
No, but he's started a H3 thing for Twitch, and he's just like hitting up like literally all of the like biggest Twitch people. Like just like, hey, come on the show. It's like XCC and like they're talking about gambling and
Yo,
shit.
they gotta get Joe Rogan on the H3H.
because gambling, crypto gambling is like a huge thing on Twitch now. Like a
Mhm.
lot of people are
Hasn't
doing it.
like
It's
Trainwrecks put like thousands upon like millions of dollars into
Millions.
it? Yeah,
millions.
it's a crazy.
and
amount.
he was in the conversation with
Yeah.
I remember
yeah.
there was like sort of drama between XCC and H3H3. Like H3H3 was
Yeah.
saying that like XCC liked gambling, and then XCC is like, no, I don't like gambling. It's dog shit.
Yeah, he's just addicted to it.
He's just
and he
addicted.
stopped doing it, and he doesn't recommend it.
Jacob's addicted to
It's
it
really
too.
cool. No, I haven't done it in a while, but like it's really cool hearing like
Gotta
the
get the
different points of
books.
views because like
Yeah.
crazy random like Twitch drama with like gambling and like is it moral because like people will
Mhm.
gamble and have like hashtag ad and like kids will because it's so easy to go to these gambling sites like you don't even have to be 18 like you don't have to be in a spot that's like legally available
Yeah.
to gamble. You literally
Mhm.
just VPN and you like put your crypto wallet in it and then you can
Yeah.
literally do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so simple. It's like
It
it's,
is,
It's
yeah.
kind of not a good thing, It's hard to like
definitely
find
not a
people doing
good
that.
thing.
Like technically, like a
Whatever.
15-year-old, if he knew how to do it, could like do it, and then just like use his like crypto
Uses
or
mom's
something.
credit
Yeah,
card.
uses mom's credit card to like buy crypto, and then like
Yeah.
it was like kind of sketchy, you know.
Yeah.
It's like microtransactions, but next level.
Well, like
Fortnite
actual,
kids
like,
go next level gamba addiction now.
New video title. We're gambling. Fortnite V-Bucks. The mega win giveaway below.
Yeah. Is Fortnite even popular anymore? Like
I mean,
Pretty
it's
sure it
still
still is, yeah.
popular. It definitely is not as popular as
not on Twitch or anything.
Yeah,
'Cause
not
I don't
on
see it
Twitch.
as much on Twitch.
The one thing, speaking of
Ninja.
Fortnite, that I hate, I absolutely hate this so much. But recently, I've started to get ads for Raid Shadow Legends where it's like Ninja being like, they put me in as a champion, and not
Oh, I
only
hate
do
that.
not only do I hate the fact that I'm getting ads with Ninja in it, but why would
Ninja's
they
the
choose
goat.
Ninja? He's the most washed up, greasy streamer, and they choose
always
Ninja
joke
to
about
put him
that.
into the game. There are so many better options, and they choose Ninja. He's not even popular. He gets like what 6,000 viewers. Like that's not even that many.
Streams
compared to a lot of
once a
people.
week.
Yeah, he doesn't even look
and,
at
like-
chat. He's just kind of like staring at the screen. the
Yeah,
whole
he
time.
literally he doesn't communicate with chats. Like subscribers only has like 3 people talking to him, and he looks like he hasn't taken a bath in like 6 years. He's
yeah,
so
he
greasy and
just
nasty.
like he just like shit talks and stuff, and it's really funny because like he gets so triggered with like, you know, he's like the typical like Call of Duty gamer. Like he gets like super triggered when people roast him or something. He's don't talk. Games are serious. Like there was this whole thing like a year ago where like
Oh yeah, where he
where
made
like
the
he was
tweet.
like games are like
Yeah.
serious. Like I swear, like if you say that gaming is just for kids or something, like you're not. You know, you're
the
fucked
whole
up.
tweet that people memed on, where he's like, the moment you've accepted a loss is when
Yeah.
you like don't deserve to play games or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And it's like it was so funny because he was like, you play to win. If you lose and the moment you accept their loss, that's the true defeat. It's like
Yeah.
what the hell? Like
It's
if
so
you
crazy.
lose and you accept it, like okay.
Yeah, so people just play games casually. Like
yeah,
God.
like
Yeah.
you don't have to play games professionally.
Yeah. One more
Required.
thing for Twitch though, like SUC has recently been playing the new Call of Duty game, and I have to
Mhm.
say it is like such good content the entire time. It reminds me of the old days when I used to play. If anybody has experience playing Call of Duty, XUC is like bringing that back because he goes into the match chat and he's like, yo, what up, bitches? And he's like roasting people when someone talks. He's like, who the fuck is you? Like, and he just like creates like random
It
shitty like
creates problems.
yeah, and he has like the best trash talk. It's so great. Like man, just you're shitty camper and stuff like that. Like Call of Duty.
I
Talk.
feel like
It's just so
XQC is
great.
like the best at like trash talk just because of how chaotic it gets. Like
Yeah.
he just doesn't care. He just goes off.
Yeah, dude. XUC is hilarious, especially
Yeah.
when playing Call. Whenever he gets on Call of Duty, I'm like, okay, I gotta watch it now.
Oh, stop what I'm doing. Time
Yeah,
for
it's hilarious.
XQC.
And I don't even play like Call of Duty anymore. Don't play a lot of shooters. It's all about that Civ 6 life, you know.
Yeah.
Civilization, dude, has been
I-
taking my life. Has been ruining my sleep schedule.
Yeah.
You see,
My Sims was already
I
written, so.
see the problem I have with Civ 6 is like I've mentioned it before, but like I've seen a ton of like gameplay of it, and like I know it's not a stream like friendly that, but like even just
Yeah.
like watching, like I don't know, I just get so bored of it. Like
It's
it
not
just
as boring
doesn't
as it
seem that
looks.
interesting.
I thought it would be like pretty boring too, but like I actually played it and like.
I mean, and I would get it to try it out, but the problem is
It's not
I was
on
in
sale anymore.
I was in Florida when it was on sale for $50, and now it's back up to $60, and I'm not gonna pay $60 for a game I more than likely won't.
I mean,
Or
I do
$5.
you
recommend
can
waiting
refund
for
it
a
if you don't
sale.
like it.
Well, yeah, but you only have 2 hours to do.
And I
You
recommend
get 2 hours of you can get under 2 hours of like gameplay to like understand.
Yeah,
if you
but
like
I
it or
feel
not.
like 2 hours isn't enough to really
actually,
decide
like,
if I really.
it is a little different with Civ because Civ is something where
Yes.
like time flies by. Like people put a lot of hours in all of a sudden.
But like also like I don't want to pay $60 for a game. I probably won't all that much.
$60 is a lot. I'd say wait for a sale. But Civ, one of the other guests that comes on a lot, Caleb, has like brought me back into Civ because I've had it for a while, but like never really got into it. And he got into it. It is so complicated, but once you like understand it, like it's
Yeah,
like a
doesn't-
huge.
It doesn't
learning
seem
curve.
complicated really at all. Like.
Well,
I mean, like, I
I'd
don't know,
say
it
okay, not
seems
that it's
pretty
complicated. The
complicated. For
skill
level-
ceiling is like extremely
Yeah,
high. Like
it's-
still none of us like don't know any good strats. Like we're not good at the game at all. Like
Mm.
you know,
Like for like
it's
I definitely don't think Civ is like it's definitely not a beginner.
yeah,
you shouldn't
it's
start
hard
with
to
Civ.
play. Like if you
It requires
fun
a
to
Yeah,
decent
play.
amount
like
of
on
planning.
lower
It's-
difficulties, I feel like it's not that bad.
yeah,
like,
you were on the easiest difficulty, so like
Yeah.
it's like easy to just casually just play the game and stuff. And, like if you're on the easiest difficulty, sure you could probably win, but if you're on like the normal difficulty and you don't know like some certain strats and stuff, then you're probably just not gonna win.
Yeah.
Because like other people will surpass you in like the other
Yeah,
ways to
I'm
win.
not-
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
the
not
first
very
game I
big
didn't
at-
even like realize how you're supposed to win because like I didn't really know like you need to like boost your cultural or like military or
science
whatever.
or-
Like
See, my problem like with games like that where you have to like focus on allocating. It's one reason I can't stand playing like RPG. To focus on like leveling up weapons and stuff and applying them to the right characters,
yeah,
all that kind of thing. Like, especially like in Genshin, because like I cannot stand having to manage micromanage so many like all
Yeah, I
at
don't
once
like
for
that either.
multiple different like characters and like I can't stand that. Like
I mean,
I
you
just-
do that in Civ though. A lot of micromanaging
Yeah,
between
I
like literally
can't
every
stand
character.
that, like-
I feel like it's not really like not really that bad.
That's-
like,
I-
in Civ.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's 'cause,
because
like-
it slowly grows. But by the end of the game, you're
You're
like
micromanaging
controlling
a
like
lot,
50
yeah.
different units and like 10 cities and
Yeah,
stuff.
I can't
like,
stand.
Yeah.
That's why like I
feel
would
like it's not that
prefer.
bad though.
I
still.
prefer
it's not that
games
bad.
where like you just like the only stats you really have to worry about is like how much damage like a weapon does. You can be like, oh, so this
Yeah.
weapon will do better on
mean,
this
yeah.
person. That's it.
Like,
I
I
don't
don't
want to
really
deal
like-
with amulets. I don't want to
like,
deal
it's-
with necklaces or rings.
It's the
or
monkey
feathers
brain.
or any of
Monkey
that.
brain.
I
It's
don't
kinda like-
care.
And like big RPGs like The Witcher, for example, like there's like a lot of different like weapons and stuff and like
Yeah.
different potions you can apply to them to like be like
Yeah.
You don't
Um,
have to do that though. It's just like an extra
sometimes
thing
you
to
do with the
make it
werewolf.
easy. Okay, yeah.
See, like
But
I
in
don't
most
mind.
cases,
I don't
like,
mind
you
it
don't
in
have
like
to like really think about it.
Yeah,
that way.
Yeah, see, like I don't mind it in a game like something simple. Like I know Minecraft is an RPG, but like I don't mind in Minecraft where like you can
There are
like
potions and yeah.
yeah, there's like potions and like enchantments and things, but it's like so like it's it's straightforward. It's easy to manage, stuff like that. But then you have Genshin Impact where every character has different stats alone, but then that's also affected by like 5 different items you can put on them,
Listen,
and then their weapons also change those
that's
items.
that's
stuff like
fine
that. And I'm
because
like,
you don't really have to focus. You just be like, listen, the higher number, like the higher
It's the
armor
good
number,
ones,
you
yeah.
just choose that. Like,
that's
you don't have
literally
to really,
that's what I do like have done like in RPGs a bunch is like I don't care if this makes the character look ugly. I don't care if it makes their stats like better or worse.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
gonna take the higher number and slap it on there.
Mm.
But I see. I mean,
Which is there's actually that reminds me there's a funny Pro ZD video where if I can find it I can like want to put it in the description.
Yeah.
But it's like when the armor doesn't match, but like it gives you better stats, and like he's like at the beginning of the video he's wearing stuff that all matches, and he's got like +1 attack, and then at the end of it, he's wearing like this completely ugly like outfit. He's got plus like 8 billion attack damage.
yeah.
It's such a funny video. That's
Yeah.
like basically me playing RPG. Like I don't care if it looks bad. I don't care what it does. If it has the higher number, that's what I'm using.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's also like the
So-
fun in playing simple games like Apex
Yeah,
and stuff.
I
The
I
monkey
really like
brain
Apex
way.
and stuff like that. Apex is
Yeah.
probably my one of my favorites. Other than like,
Just a
well,
different taste. Like a lot of people just like simple things like shooters. Like they can just
Yeah.
casually just get
Yeah,
on.
I
and
just
just
yeah.
looking
play.
for like
It's
the more
also-
simple games.
yeah, it's also
Um,
like I find them more like enjoyable like Minecraft and Apex and stuff like that, where like it's easy to get into and it's get out of. Like like you can get in, play a few
I
games,
can't
get out.
imagine playing something like
stuff like that.
StarCraft.
Yeah, like because like it's another thing. Like it's not necessarily monkey brain too, because like especially like in Apex you do legitimately have to like have like some amount of
Okay, yeah,
skill.
but
and stuff.
compared
I
to
mean,
other
compared
stuff,
to
'cause you
yeah,
just,
compared
like,
to other
get
stuff,
in
yeah.
there,
you don't really
like,
have to think that much.
Yeah,
it's
like
so
a
hard
like
to
I
skill,
like
but,
I like games like that because
Run
like,
and
you can,
shoot.
I like games like that because you can don't necessarily have to like plan and like be prepared for stuff like that. You
Yeah,
know, you
yeah.
can just get into it, play.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really been playing that many multiplayer games recently. Other than Civ, the only other game I've been playing a lot is Yakuza 0, and I've been really enjoying it. The story is really good.
I've
And
been
then-
meaning to play.
Yeah, there's
Seen
like
a bunch of good.
some crazy like side quests and stuff that you like run into all the time, and that's like probably my favorite thing about the game is 'cause, like it has like a decent like really good like story like main
Yeah.
story,
Yeah.
but then it has like a bunch of like wacky side quests out of nowhere and like crazy like things you can do like karaoke.
Weren't you playing Like a Dragon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been playing that one. That one's fun too. It's a little different because that one actually has a different fighting like
Yeah.
attack mode. It's like a Final Fantasy where like you
Like
like
kind of
click on an
turn-based or
attack.
something.
Yeah, basically turn based. It's like turn based, but like they're standing there and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And
Yeah, I heard that game's like way different from the rest of
Yeah.
the games.
yeah, it's still fun though in its own way. But yeah, it's different.
Yeah,
I mean, back to
Um,
like multiplayer games, like
I've talked about this before, like on Discord with these guys. But there's like some random side quests where like if you talk to like a woman, like say there was like this one mission Like I helped this guy get married. And then like, okay, I should explain. So there's like this like video store where you can like watch like videos of like girls in like bikinis, like it's like a sexy
Yeah.
video shop.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like I helped this guy like get married to like his fiance or whatever, and then like at the end of the whole thing, I got his like wife's like video to watch.
Yeah, that's what I like about Yakuza. Every Yakuza game has like the randomest shit that you can do.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. A lot of games have that. Even like GTA has like random shit.
Yeah.
No, actually, speaking of GTA, they just apparently there was like a pretty big update recently where they added a bunch of Fast and Furious Initial D cars, and so I keep seeing stuff on Twitter of like people posting like the AE86 like driving around like GTA like and all that, and like other people like putting like anime girls all over their like Dodge Chargers or whatever. It's so funny.
Oh my god.
Thank you, GTA. The one update people actually wanted.
Yeah.
Now
It's
give us a
funny.
new GTA game, please.
But speaking of Fast and Furious, I watched you see
Yeah,
F9.
I've seen F9.
I watched it last night. I know you haven't seen it.
I still haven't seen a single movie.
You haven't seen any Fast and Furious?
No.
Oh my
Okay, well,
God.
it doesn't matter because even if we talk about it, it doesn't really spoil
yeah.
anything.
No,
to
no,
how
I don't really
stupid
care.
it is.
I just have to say
It was
was-
so funny,
it was
but it's so bad.
Oh my god.
It's like it's because like they, it started off with the Fast and Furious franchise. Like I haven't really seen
It is
any of them other
beyond
than F9. But like they start off like it's mostly just racing and having a good time, but then it just slowly gets more chaotic and like wacky.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
F9 sending a Pontiac Fiero into space off the back of a C-130 from 50,000 feet, and the whole thing is held together by
Yes.
duct tape.
It
They got,
makes
like, rocket
sense,
engines
and, okay,
strapped to
I
it.
think I need to make a few critiques because it was just, I mean, like, I know you just watch it for fun, but it was so dumb, and I
It
need to
was
point out
so
some of
dumb.
this super dumb stuff. First of all, they had this mission in the beginning for some reason only they got the mission where they drive to like that
Mexico?
country or whatever.
They were in
that
Mexico.
They were in Mexico. Okay, and they had to
That-
drive to
that's
this
like-
crash
yeah.
site. First of all, only one of them is wearing body armor. Only one of them. Vin Diesel just has a white shirt.
He's literally just wearing like a white tank
And
top,
listen,
and that's
the,
it.
the military starts coming in their jeeps with guns, shooting the guns. Vin Diesel, he's like standing in like an airplane. He walks out to look at them and holds the shotgun like this with no
Yeah,
body armor. or
he's
anything.
literally he has like 7 people shooting at him with like
And he
ARs
walks
or
out,
whatever,
he's like,
and he
"What's
walks up
going
with a pump action shotgun, just bam, 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 literally walking out in the
Isn't he
open,
in a
no
plane, though?
cover. No, he was in the plane, but he walks
like
out
a
from
salvage
behind
plane,
it.
like a destroyed
Yeah.
plane.
Yeah.
Like
He
he
walks
walks out of it,
yeah.
and then he just like points his gun at like the people who are literally just driving at him, shooting like
Yeah.
a bunch of guns.
It's like
at
it's
them,
like 10 people shooting at him. And like there's the other part where it's the same place where like the one guy that like somehow survives everything. The one black guy's like, I don't know how I survived that.
Yeah, there's
like
like
he's like there's like 20 people shooting at him, and he's just sitting there shooting back at them, and
Listen,
he doesn't get hit by
they
anything.
they literally keep joking in the show. They talk to each other about how like they're so lucky that they don't get hurt,
Yeah.
but they still don't explain the fact that when the guy with body armor got shot, he got shot on his arm that had no body armor,
And he was fine.
and it
yeah.
just dissolved. Like he got shot in his arm, and it was like sizzle, but he wasn't hurt. I
No,
was like,
there's-
are they gonna explain that?
No, it's the funniest. The funniest part is like
His
they
healing powers.
They
Deadpool.
no, they know it's stupid because there's a whole scene that's like 5 or 10 minutes
Yeah.
where the guy's like invincible, and the other guy's like, I think you're right, and there's like and then, like the
Yeah,
woman
yeah.
that's standing there's like, you two just dumb, and he's like, no, but you know what this means? You're also a dumbass.
Yeah, yeah.
like this one guy, like he's constantly like, I'm invincible, and then they get up into the Pontiac Fiero, and the only guy that's being logical is the one that's like, I'm invincible.
Dude, this movie is like the dumbest movie ever. But like,
It was
it's
so
still pretty funny.
It was so enjoyable, but it was so stupid.
Like when they were doing that mission and they were getting shot down by all those jeeps, they were trying to get away. The girl that likes Vin Diesel, she was driving on literally a motorcycle
Yeah.
while getting like shot. But like,
no body armor,
first
nothing.
of all, one person was in an armored vehicle, which is like, why wouldn't all of them just be in the armored vehicle?
Yeah.
Vin Diesel was in like
Vin
obviously a
Diesel was
cool,
in his like his
vehicle.
typical like Dodge Charger or whatever it was. Yeah.
And then the girl was just riding
on
a motorcycle. And the dumbest thing happens. She gets hit off of her motorcycle. She flies in the air. And Vin Diesel, the badass that he is, slides his vehicle so that she lands on the hood of his car. And he's just like, and he looks at her, he's like,
Get in.
and then she just gets in.
It's because she can't get hurt because nothing is stronger than fame.
Yeah,
So-
they actually didn't bring up as much like, oh, nothing stronger than
Hey,
family.
it's really
stuff.
only
It was,
like that one clip where he like says like there's nothing
the stuff
stronger
at
than
the
family.
end though, where like it's very like religious and stuff because it's like, oh, family and stuff, and like they have the crosses of it. So at the end, like he has a kid, and the kid's like, and he's like, you ready to say grace, kid? And the kid's like, I don't know what to say, and he's like, just say what's in your heart,
Just
kid.
say what's in your
And
heart.
he's like, and then they all go on a table and they're like, ready to say grace, kid? That's the ending of the show. It's like,
No,
what
it's
the
because
heck?
apparently they all end with like them like sitting at the table having
they're
a
like,
barbecue.
"It's time
Yeah.
to say grace."
like,
It's so
No.
dumb.
One thing that like my dad told me, or like I could be like remembering like some of the details wrong, but you remember in like the final scene is like the blue car like driving up
Yeah.
into the driveway. So that apparently, well, I think it was the 7th movie. One of the actors that like drove that car that was always supposed to sit there was like some like his friend, like Vin Diesel's like or Dom Toretto's friend or something. Like,
Yeah.
like the person that played him died, and so like half of like number
Yeah,
7 is
yeah.
like that character's CGI.
Yes,
And
yes.
so that car pulling in is supposed to be like he's
Isn't
returning.
that the guy from See You Again? Like,
Yeah,
the-
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
What
yeah.
music
song
video?
was based
Yeah,
on.
It was
yeah.
like a really big thing in social media when that happened
Yeah.
because like, yeah, it's when like Vin Diesel's driving and he's like looking across.
Yeah,
at
and
the
he's
guy
like,
and
yeah.
yeah.
But like, no,
The
that
two
car,
roads
yeah,
diverge.
the car at the end is supposed to be that guy that like died. It's supposed to be like a memory of him returning or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pretty cool.
But
Yeah, no, that movie is just all over the place.
like why is Vin Diesel popular as an actor? I hate to say it, but like I don't think his acting is very good. He just says
I
like
think it's just
cheesy
funny,
one-liners
yeah.
the entire
I
time.
think people just like bad acting.
Yeah, he literally just said cheesy one-liners. He's like, you know what we have to do now, and he's like, they're like, this is dangerous. Are you sure you're ready? He's like, I'm always ready. Like it's just like the most generic shit. And then like the thing at the end just made me crack up. He was like,
It's
you're
just
gonna
like
say
a-
grace, kid.
yeah.
If it's like I'm voice critical, the YouTuber guy,
Yeah.
he like watches like Darman videos just because like they have like terrible acting. and he
Yeah.
just
I
loves
think
to
it's-
watch them.
I
shit on
mean,
them.
I will say that like I do think that the whole like car chase thing in Mexico or whatever, like
Yeah.
I mean it's like really cool to see them like driving around through like the
Yeah, yeah.
minefields and stuff like that. But then like you get like the stupid things where like the girl lands like on the hood of the car. She falls from like 20 feet in the air. She's perfectly fine.
And the
Nothing
more
happens.
dumb thing that when they get to the ladder, there's like
Oh,
like
yeah,
a
the
big,
bridge,
a
yeah.
big bridge, like
Yeah.
a super loose bridge, and Dom is like
The
Dom-
Jeep drives across perfectly fine.
Yeah, yeah. No, but like they're trying to get away from people, right? And they're right by a cliff, and there's like a super loose bridge, and Dom's going towards it, and then the girl's like, oh, "You're not gonna do what I think you're doing." He's like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
And so
I'm
he,
gonna
like,
do it.
He slams into the side of
Yeah.
the bridge, which apparently connects the rope onto his wheel, which makes his entire car swing across the cliff, across the
No, like
river,
okay, essentially like in order to get to
and
that
land on the
point
other side.
is so
Makes no sense.
essentially to get to that point, the two people in the Jeep, which are like the girl and one of the guys that goes up into space, there's the guy in the armored car, and then there's the two guys in the Jeep. There's a girl on the motorcycle, and then Vin Diesel, right? The girl on the motorcycle ends up getting into the Vin Diesel's car.
Yeah.
And so the Jeep manages to cross, but the bridge breaks while they're crossing, and it falls like all the way against it, and then they just go whoop and
Yeah,
drive
it's just
up.
about-
and
yeah,
then
it's
I
crazy.
forget how the guy in the armored car gets across, but I know that like when Vin Diesel, like the bridge is already broken and he drives in and hits it so that the rope gets caught in the tire, and then he just
Yeah,
swings
yeah, that's
across and it hits like it lands on the other side, rolls, and then get out and they're just like
Yeah, like, we're fine.
like we're good. And then the funny part
So
is they
ridiculous.
just get in like the Jeep and drive off. And like they just leave the car there.
I actually forgot how ridiculous the show was. I mean, I don't even think it was this ridiculous before. It's just getting more and
It's
more
just getting
ridiculous
more.
every
ridiculous. I think it's
episode.
because they realize that
Everything.
like at this point people don't care anymore. They just want to see stupid things.
They just want to see.
They just wanna see
the
stupid
random shit
action.
in cars. The next level. The next level. My dad was joking. He's like, I mean, every time they try to one up themselves. This time they went to space. Where are they gonna do next? Like ride on a volcano or something? Like
I don't know. I thought the whole
Yeah.
space thing was funny because
race
if
on
you,
Mars.
if you
dude.
don't know what a Pontiac Fiero is, look up like F9 Pontiac Fiero, and like they essentially take this tiny like 2-person car, and the guy from Fast and Furious is the one that actually hooks up, the one from Tokyo Drift, like the characters, the one he hooks 3 rocket thrusters to the back of this car,
Yeah.
like welds them in, and the 2 black guys that are in the movie, are the ones that are in there, and the one driving is like the one's like, we're invincible, but like he's the only logical one in the situation. He's like, man, we're going to space, duct taped, like our suits are duct taped together, and like he's like all this. What is even happening? Like this is tiny little car, and instead of doing the logical thing to destroy a satellite, instead of just like shooting like electromagnetic stuff, which is what they tried to do with the magnets. No, they just drive through it. Perfectly fine. And then they just happen to find the ISS floating like right next to them to rescue them.
Yeah. Basically, the movie in a nutshell is just like
it's so stupid.
It's stupid, but it's kind of
enjoyable.
a fun. It's a guilty pleasure. Like it's just like so trashy. Like gotta like check it out, type of thing.
Yeah.
And next we gotta watch dude, we gotta watch Space
F10.
Jam. No, we gotta watch Space Jam later. That's
The stupid, the
it's so
new
bad.
one.
yeah. It looks so like memey, but like I want to watch it. It's so dumb.
Also, the premise is kind of weird.
We're
Like,
about an
the
hour.
fact
and a
that like
half.
someone like actually like kidnapped LeBron's kid and like
Yeah.
they're trying to kill him if he
He
doesn't
took
play
my
basketball.
son. It's
Like,
like a weird
That's
version
like
of
a pretty
Nemo.
dark premise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It
if
won't
you
be as cool anymore because they're not gonna animate it like they did before with the bunny people.
Yeah, with Lola Bunny,
Yeah.
sexy Lola Bunny.
Yeah, that's why all the kids like the old Space Jam with Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding, but yeah, it's funny watching
be.
those shows like that. They're just so dumb, like
They're so dumb that you might as well. They're just
dumb guilty pleasure shows. But we're at like
about just under an hour and a half.
hour and a half. I mean, that's pretty good. You guys have anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think I have anything else. We could just talk about a bunch
not
of
really.
random stuff.
I mean, I have these things, but like I don't really need to talk about them.
Yes. Got some new figures. Zoro, Naruto.
This is not a
figure.
That's not a figure.
Zoro,
figure.
Naruto.
Naruto, dude.
Got an Itachi figure. Zoro
Naruto with
figure.
black hair. Naruto with a bandana.
And then I got the Naruto third box set.
Cool Naruto.
Is the latest volume.
Yeah, the only new thing
Last
I
one.
have is this.
Yeah, I noticed
Awesome.
it's
It's
pretty
got
stylish.
Hanamaru
Not gonna lie. It reminds me of like a JoJo style.
Yeah, no, that's
no,
what
the
I
first time I
first-
saw it.
yeah.
I thought it was like a part 5 JoJo.
Yeah, that's
shirt.
no. When I first saw it, like, cause I was looking on Ami for like some like different shirts, and I saw it, and I was like, that looks like it's like I know it's Hanamaru Kunakita, which is my favorite member of Aqua, but like I saw it, like I thought this was like the ladybug, like from
Yeah.
that's like on Jono's
Yeah, that
jacket.
was part 5.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
a lot like JoJo.
Yeah, no,
it's cool.
I kind of like it, like, cause it kind of looks like almost like a JoJo.
It's pretty stylish. Not gonna
Yeah,
lie.
Mhm. It's stylish because it looks like JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo drip. I mean, JoJo does have drip. We already found that out from the last episode when we did a character
yeah.
design tier list.
Jono has more drip.
Yeah, there's another figure I actually got recently too, but I didn't bring it because
White mustache.
It
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah, you
really
got white beard.
it wouldn't really look that good on this table. It's so big. I mean, it probably could fit like right here, but like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
That's
kind of a
fine.
big.
That's
Mhm.
fine.
It's like
They
a
got a
huge like Whitebeard figure.
I still don't know why his name is Whitebeard when the only white like facial hair he has is like this mustache.
Yeah, no one really knows why.
Yeah, I've seen that figure on Amazon a bunch too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a really expensive figure. It's like $120. But like, I
Wow,
had, like, a
that's
lot of,
pretty expensive.
Yeah, I had like a lot of birthday money, so I was able to get it.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a really detailed figure. It's so cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, well,
I think that's everything.
yeah, I think we're good with this episode. Episode 28.
And if
yeah.
before we
A lot of
go,
random shit.
yeah, if you liked it, make sure to hit the like button and of course subscribe as well. And again, check out the Discord. It was just open. If you didn't see last
Yeah,
episode,
Discord, dude.
and of course Spotify. Check out YouTube. Leave a comment too. I know this is more of like a kind of like a random episode, but you can always leave a comment. Be like, hey, you're cool. I liked your shirt.
I watched F9 too.
I watched F9 and it was all. I also agree with.
Yeah.
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 Hope you enjoyed though. So
Yeah, see you guys next time for the next video.
goodbye. Bye.